Welcome back, fellas. If you thought PD was a little Japan biased, this week's races will do nothing to alleviate those suspicions, with all three races being based on Japan tracks. You may have noticed I've already started the race replay, and you also may have noticed it is the Honda S660 at Tsukuba, and we are doing 6 laps. But what you are not going to believe, because PD has never done this before, is that this is not this week's daily race. Well, it is this week's daily race, but this is footage shot from about 6 to 8 months ago, and is indeed my first ever win in the GTR NZ profile. You may have noticed I started from pole. You may have also noticed that the Arachnoid is giving me a fair bit of hassle on this opening lap. And while I don't really recall what kind of ranking and grade I was at the time, I do recall it wasn't a bad week for me. I do believe I had started maybe 4 to 5 races prior to this on pole position and had been punted off at turn 1 every single time. So as we complete the first lap still in first, I'm going to say that was a pretty good feeling. I do remember getting fairly hot and sweaty up under the helmet, or at least sweaty hands on the controller at this stage. But as it looks a bit under control, I think we'll move into discussing some of the things that PD should probably be doing. Now, the fact that this race is this week's Daily Race A, and I had done this as Daily Race A few months ago, I would suggest this is probably, well, it's at least the second time I've done it, but it's probably the third or fourth time that PD have probably run this combo. I'm fairly sure there's more cars than just the Honda 660 available for a slug box race like this. But it seems they just love to keep putting the same car combinations up over and over again. Like Tokyo Expressway as Race B this week. I mean, they did give it the slightest or smallest rests of rest periods, but once again it is back in rotation with Group 4, and believe it or not, we're running Suzuka as Race C this week. Now, Suzuka, not one of my strong circuits. I try and avoid it at all costs. But as I'm up to the Race C challenge, I have actually had to put a bit of time into it this week, and I don't know, it's starting to change my mind. I don't mind it. The Group 2 combination means we can get in and out of there pretty quickly at about a minute 40 something. I think the high 40s. And I have had a couple of races there this week, and it has been okay, but still, it's one of them tracks where you just have to concentrate the entire time, and it will spit you off into the grass as soon as you blink. Now, it looks like we're on lap 3 here as we rejoin the action. The Arachnoid still sitting in that 1 second behind area. Looks like we've managed to drop Team CDW, who was at the party in the first couple of laps, but he's fallen away as we do a purple. As it's the replay, I don't really know if that has been pipped. Not really sure if the replay tells you whether the fastest laps get taken off you, but the Arachnoid really closing in here. Looks like he's getting a bit of momentum. Every time we go into there, it's I don't know if that was the defensive line or that used to be my line. I haven't raced at Tsukuba in a while, but the Arachnoid looks ready to pounce. He's almost a huntsman, one would say. And any second now we could take a dive up the inside, which probably is par for the course in the lower leagues. Got to have a dive at every opportunity. I think they're playing a bit of football with their diving. don't mind a late lunge. So at 1:16, I was just watching Hollow One the other day. I think he's got that down to a 1:10. I'm not sure what compound they're running as we look at Arachnoid rubbing on the rear bar there. So I was a fair way off the pace, but they have done a few physics updates since this race, so I'm not too sure what my current lap time would be. Like I said, mostly focusing on race C this week. Actually, only doing race C this week. Arachnoid loves to come from the outside there, and it looks like I love going shallow. It looks like he's probably getting a run on me, but I guess every half a kilometre an hour counts in this car. So as long as he doesn't get a 1 or 2 kph run on me, I guess I'm okay. Look at that, backing it in. Don't worry about that, lads. As Arachnoid goes for the bump, I think it puts him off. He is really tucked up under that rear bar now. Move to the inside to defend by the looks of it. Rejoin the outside for a decent line. I don't know if it's the right line because I wouldn't be surprised if it was a degrader back here. Look at that, using all the exit. Just stayed in front. I do remember the sweat really was starting to affect my controller right about now, as Arachnoid is putting on all the pressure. Like, there can't be much more than a car length in that, and he loves going around the outside. I think he thinks it gives him a bit of speed through here, but with the cars being too slow, as long as I'm using a half defensive line, there really is nowhere for him to go. At this stage, a nice little punt would have finished my race completely, and as we have a look in front, 11th has ghosted and then drops it completely, and that almost makes me miss this corner. I correct, undercorrect, overcorrect. I completely lost my focus there, and I thought I'd lost the race, but it looks like it's put the Arachnoid off just a touch more than it has myself, as we pull out probably the biggest lead of the race. As we come around, one turn to go, this is going to be in the bag. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits, as Arachnoid gives it everything for the line. But there you go. So who else has been doing race A this week, and what are your times like? What do these old times do to compare? Because they look pretty slow, especially if Trollo's running 110s. That's a solid 7 seconds off the pace. But nevertheless, we've come a long way. I think it's about to flash up on the screen now when I did this. So I think it was the 8th month, so August last year. Seems like an eternity ago. But that's the end of the video, fellas. So thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And we'll see if we can go get that Race C win done. Thanks for watching, fellas. Till next time, I'll see you later.